So hi everyone, you can see we're back here today with part 3 of your flash costume. This is going to be for your gauntlets. Here I have cut two pieces, one for my wrist area, the other for my forearm area. They actually wrap around fully around my forearm and my wrist so that it covers the whole space. Then we have around a 20 centimeter length zip. You can buy these online or from a fabric or art shop, and they just align up at the side. That's going to wrap around my forearm like so. Then the zip is going to be glued on and give that a nice tight fit. You don't want it too tight, but this can work for many cosplays like a Green Arrow, Red Arrow, some Batman gauntlets. You can add the spikes on, maybe some Robin gauntlets. You see it just wraps around like so, and those lines align up, and then they just wrap around on top of the zip itself. That'll give me a nice close and open and close zip area. Okay guys, what we're going to do is actually wrap this using the hot glue gun in red fabric. Once we do that, we'll glue them both together. So you can see here I've wrapped them both in the red fabric, and then we have our bottom and top area. One is for your wrist, the other is for the bottom. We're going to hot glue these both together. You can see the top area sort of overlaps on top of the bottom. You can just wrap these around like so, actually curve them. So you can use hot glue or normal glue, whatever works for you guys. You just glue these and place them on top of one another, then actually hold it in place so that it creates a nice curve around your forearm and gauntlet piece. So once the glue actually settles and turns to hard plastic, it will turn it into a nice curve, so when you're zipping these on, you'll not have no edges or no creases at all. Alright, you can use EVA foam or cardboard, it will work the exact same guys. You can either texture or colour yours, maybe spray paint it, add on additional pieces. You can see I now hold it in place using the hot glue and wait for it to settle. That is around 30 minutes and actually has a nice curve to it. I actually burn the edges for all the frayed fabric. You can see it has a nice wrap around my forearm. Once we use this 20 centimeter zip here, you can pick these up online if you want. You can get maybe a red zipper, it's completely up to you. I glue up the edges like so, and then I will place the zip onto it. Alright, so whichever side the zip is facing outward, it's not going to be facing inward. You'll always want that zip to be facing outward so that you can open and close the zip. Alright, guys, this can work for a lot of cosplays. It's a really easy build. Usually in the past I would actually build a 3-piece, but this is a 2-piece gauntlet. And also here's a quick tip: if you're going to glue these both together, unzip the zipper. It will actually, you can see now I have a hard time keeping the piece down and gluing it to the black portion, but if while I do it in 2 seconds, I will unzip it, and this will give me a much better manipulation of the glue and the zipper itself. Okay, so you can see here I find it hard, I hold it down in place and then I unzip it. It is much easier to manipulate and actually glue to the gauntlet itself. Alright, I have to give it to Mr. Poltron on this overall technique. I saw one of his gauntlets that had a zipper on it. You can check him on Instagram at Mr. Poltron. I will leave a link in the description below. He is an awesome cosplayer. So you can see now they just slip on like so. You zip up your zipper and they will have a nice tight fit around your forearm. Now please measure out your gauntlet pieces guys before you do anything. You can actually see I have also a nice curve on the inside of my arm. Alright, so I have a nice curve on a diagonal line so that I can actually bend the arm up and down. Alright, I'll actually show it right here and point it out to you now. If I do, but the gauntlets just fit nice and tight around, I will actually be also layering these other pieces up so you can add on other additional pieces on top of your gauntlets like so. Okay, so actually switch over to left and right. Also, you'll want to mark your gauntlets left and right. Sometimes I have matched mine. Okay. You see they just zip up here, some excess glue, I'll just take that off later on. And also you want to be able to bend it among your forearms. Okay, so these are the gauntlets right here using the hot glue gun and either cardboard or EVA foam. So here is the second part. You can see I've actually added on some black parts to the inside of the gauntlet itself. So this is my right hand gauntlet, and on the inside I have added some black pieces of Peltex. You can use cardboard or EVA foam, because if you do look at the flash design on Google or Instagram, he has some black portions within the inside of his gauntlet piece. With these additional 4 pieces, I will be layering them on top of one another. Again, I will say always be checking beforehand if your pieces fit on or where they fit on. I mixed matched this and it didn't work out. So here you can see the sad face right now. I mixed matched where I put this piece on. I put it on the wrong way. Luckily, this whole other gauntlet will be getting filled up, so it will be getting covered up completely. What we built at the start was our gauntlet base. All the other pieces will be covering up the whole texture of your gauntlet. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching. You can see now I just glue on all these pieces and this is actually an elongated curved piece right here. So this is going to align up on top of my black piece like so. It aligns up here on the edge, and then I actually wrap it around and curve it around my gauntlet. So you can see here it is actually like a thin strip or an elongated rectangle shape that just wraps around the gauntlet, and that actually comes to the zipper line. So you can see that just curves around and aligns up with your zipper, as I said, and this actually is going to be built up on. Also, if you look, I have to give it to also at New Element Studios on Instagram. The link will be in the description below. But New Element Studios, I was having a hard time designing these gauntlets, and he put up a picture of a high resolution picture of the Fleisch gauntlet, and it really just helped the overall design come. So I just seen he had a strip, a giant strip going down the middle of his gauntlet, then these two additional pieces, as you can see right here. This actually goes over the black portion and comes up to the wrist area. Okay, so that just aligns up here. I place some glue on the back, but this piece actually just covers slightly over some of the black pieces and then comes up to around the wrist area. So I did get a comment previously, guys, of what are the templates. You do not have to work from templates. It is all about your proportion, your size. These suits will not fit everyone, so again, it is actually about looking at the designs and shaping them to your fit. Okay, so here I actually have really thin wrists, so I had to actually shape up the pieces quite a bit, but I knew he had a curved 3-piece, so he actually has some of these spikes and jagged edges, as I said in part 1 of the video. A lot of the Fleisch's overall design is some jagged edge formation, and here you can see I actually have a triangle piece that I haven't cut out yet because I didn't know if it was the right size. So I made sure it was the right size before I even cut it out. You'll see I'll wrap it in the next stage, but that's just going to be placed in here at the front of your wrist piece. So that's just going to fold into the corner like so in between your two pieces, and also you'll not want to glue them in together, or you'll want to just leave a slight space so that these are a definitive line and it hints at a more armored look. So again, I'll say it, you'll not want to glue them in, you'll want to just space them slightly apart so that it gives a more definitive line and the overall lines look more bold. So here you can see I've wrapped the piece of the wrist portion, and I'm just going to put some glue on the back, not too much glue. You can use whatever you want, that's just some normal super glue if it works for you guys. And you can just see I placed that into the wrist piece itself, and I actually covered up my mistake, as you can see at the start, when I glued the whole overall curve piece on wrong. But I'll actually just pull the zip down so it helps the gauntlet breathe a bit more. It'll help that curve come around a bit more. And now I actually have my gauntlet armor base. Okay, so this is your gauntlet armor base. You can keep building up on top of this. I'm going to be putting the wire work also on top of it. We have the black portions for the inside of the arm, and what we're going to be doing next is actually adding the lightning bolts. So the lightning bolts, guys, will be in part 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to go and check out part 1 and part 2 on how to make your Ezra Miller gauntlet, or your body armor should I say, you can do that. Again, always let your geek speak. For me, everyone here at Ireland, you're awesome. Love you guys. Bye.